Hello, and you have just joined me for another conversation with JR. How are you doing today? I hope everything is working out well for you, and I hope that you are enjoying just beautiful weather. If you live in New York City, we are experiencing beautiful weather today. Today's topic that I would like to talk to you about is about holding on. Question: what are you holding on to that you need to let go? What are you holding on to that you really need to let go of? Now, if we're looking at this from the religious perspective, you always hear the phrase that people say, let go and let God. But what about the secular people who may not know God? What does this letting go and let God mean to them? We hear people say that in order to live a life, a fulfilled life, a happy life, a life on purpose, that we must offer up forgiveness. We must offer up forgiveness. We must let go of past events. Must let go of past trauma, past pain, in order to be able to move on to live a happy life. Now, you may agree with me and you may not agree with me, but this letting go process takes time. It takes time, and it's just that. It takes time. Holding on means that you do not have to change. You can stay right where you are. You do not have to make an effort to change. Holding on means that you can play the role of a victim and solicit a lifetime of sympathy from the world. Holding on means that you live in a world of depression, misery, darkness, anger, and resentment. These conditions, these emotions can spill out into your intimate relationships, your family life, your friendships, and other areas of your life. When you continue to hold on to things, what you're doing is you're wasting time. You're wasting time. Are you holding on to all ideas that no longer support you, your growth, support you spiritually, support you mentally, empower you emotionally? Are you holding on to all ways of doing things? You always hear people say, he or she is stuck in their ways. Oh, that's just the way he or she is. But is that really the truth? Are you holding on to those old ways and old ideas of doing things because you just refuse to be open to change? Or you just refuse to be open to the idea that it can be done another way? Or have you just become so complacent in your fear of taking risks? Because when you change and when you step out of the norm, that's what you do. You take risks. You have become so familiar and so comfortable with your surroundings and the people and places and things that you refuse to see that holding on to these things, events, people, pain, past, whatever it is no longer serving a purpose in your life. So taking that risk of letting go means that it's the fear of the unknown. And it's the fear of the unknown that people run away from because they do not know. People, life is worth examining. All of the things, people, places, and things that are around you that no longer support you. If you keep doing something the same way and you keep getting the results, the same results, you know what the answer is. Maybe you need to try and from a different perspective, a different angle. My personal story with holding on to things and not letting go was I was holding on to the idea that I needed a relationship, that I needed to be in a relationship, that I needed to be in a relationship to be whole, that I needed to be in a relationship in order to identify myself as having a man, being in a partnership, being in a relationship, regardless to whether if the relationship was working out dysfunctional. I just needed to be a part of something. So I held on to that. I also was holding on to the old idea of the order of the way life should go. So this is how we are taught. You have to be a good girl or good boy. You have to graduate from high school, graduate from college, get your have the career choice that you went to college for, meet a nice partner, get married, and live happily forever after. Ta-da! Well, that path works for some people, and for some people it doesn't. And I held on to a lot of anger and a lot of resentment because that's not the path that I walked. I did the back road way, to come back to getting a career and setting a foundation for myself. But I held on to that, and it was holding me back because I was beating myself up to comparing myself to someone else and comparing myself to other people that they walked that path. So I decided that I was going to let go of these things. But what happened to help me to let go of these things was that I hit a brick wall. And I am so thankful for my brick wall. I know a lot of you out there going to be like, what is she crazy? That hurt. Yes, it hurt. But it shocked me into thinking about what it was that I was holding on to that was not allowing me to move forward in life. It was not allowing me to move forward in life. Okay? And so the other thing that I was holding on to was allowing myself to be distracted by running from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. And what I was doing was I was fitting myself with partners who was not my equal. Because again, holding on to the idea that I needed to be in a relationship. As a woman, I needed to find myself through a relationship. But when I let that go, magical things started happening in my life because I started to concentrate on me and the things that I need to do for myself. And I stopped living by the myths and what other people was telling me that I needed to do. How I started my process of letting go, I started examining people, places, and things that I needed to get rid of, and including unhealthy people, unhealthy places, unhealthy things that did not support me. But I decided to let go, and it was not painful. And I'm still working through the process. I'm still working through the process, and I am happily working through the process because life for me was just going around and around and around and around in circles, and I kept repeating the same patterns over and over and over. And I decided that that was not working for me. So I'm giving myself completely and wholly over to the process of letting go by doing deep reflection, by renewing. I reposition my entire life within 9 months. Now, the process isn't over, and I'm getting deeper and deeper into the process, but it's getting easier for me to see why this letting go of past events, past hurt. I didn't get the career that I wanted. I didn't get the marriage that I wanted. I didn't get. I do not want to continue holding on to those grudges and holding on to that anger that no longer serves me and keeps me. It hinders me from having a happy life, hinders me from having an abundant life. It hinders me from living my life vision. You need to think about that. Letting go means that there are other people that you might think that you're going to hurt in this process, but you are not. You ever heard the saying that they'll get over it? They'll get over it quicker than you will. Okay, quicker than you will. What I would like to end with is this, on a positive note, because this is all positive. Conversations with JR is it's all positive. But what I would like to end with, I would like to end with this. This is a quote from Jack Canfield. And this is all about the process of letting go. Make a conscious effort to surround yourself with positive, nourishing, and uplifting people. People who believe in you, encourage you to go after your dreams, and applaud your victory. So the question to you is this: what are you holding on to that you need to let go of?